Intro.
There we go.
There, sorry, I gotta give you something. Hi, y'all, and welcome to a new episode of Talkin with Taylor. Today, I'm joined by Kansas City community figure Alex Lanning. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk a little bit about Young Friends of Starlight, our young professional organization, and a really fun event we've got coming up. But first, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Alex Lanning. I'm the chair of this year's After Hours at the Towers event. I'm the communication director at CBiz. We're a local employee benefits consulting and financial and accounting firm here off the plaza, and a variety of different organizations in Kansas City I'm a part of, and so excited to be a part of Young Friends of Starlight and this event in particular.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about how you got kind of involved with Starlight. I mean, what was your first Starlight experience?
So I grew up in Kansas City, so I grew up coming to Starlight plays in the summer and concerts. I can remember as a kid always being really in love with coming and being so fun in the summer coming to Starlight. And so first getting exposed to the Young Friends of Starlight, a few associates that I worked with at CBiz had been on the Young Friends of Starlight steering committee, and they'd been planning this event, and I really loved coming to Starlight and getting involved in the community and meeting other young professionals, and so it was a great way to get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's jump in and let's talk about After Hours at the Towers. So, you know, tell me a little bit about this event and how it kind of functions in the annual calendar of Young Friends of Starlight.
Sure. So this is one of the flagship events for Young Friends of Starlight. It's the fundraising event for the Bob Rolfe Internship Program of Starlight. So we have a committee of young professionals from different organizations that plan the event. The event May 3rd, 8 to 11, and it's a fun evening of food and music and dancing, and it's all themed around an upcoming Broadway show that comes through Starlight.
Right, which is Rock of Ages, which is our first show this season, which we're so excited to have.
Yes.
You know, so it's going to have a great kind of 80s kind of glam rock kind of theme to it, am I right?
Yeah, so I'm super excited for this year's theme, and every year the After Hours at the Towers event is themed around the Broadway show, which is such a fun way to play on arts and what Starlight does for the community. And so I think this year's theme is going to be really fun, and we'll get everyone really into it with some of the classics and the live music we have from Lost Wax playing all the classic 80s songs.
Yeah, and last year was such a huge event. I mean, there were so many people. It was so incredibly, you know, kind of orchestrated, and everything was so fun, kind of, you know, starting outside up kind of on our north pergola, and then kind of that dramatic opening of the stage, and there was just incredible food and music, and, you know, what can guests expect this year?
So what's such a great opportunity for this event is to expose young professionals to what Starlight has to offer. So typically you come to Starlight and you're sitting in the seats and getting to enjoy whether it be the Broadway shows or a concert coming through, but this gets you really backstage access to Starlight. And so typically it goes in 2 acts, and the first act is more casual, will be by the fountains, and everything will be themed, and we'll have games and entertainment. And then we actually get to go onto the stage and get a different perspective of Starlight. And that's been one of my favorite parts. I really do think this is one of the best events of the year, and I'm super excited for this year.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's talk a little bit about the Bob Rolfe Internship Program that you mentioned, and, you know, how this event supports it and what that program does. You know, tell me a little bit about, you know, your knowledge of it, your involvement in it.
Well, what is so great is it brings together a variety of different interns in different departments that can support Starlight during its busiest season in the spring, summer, and fall. And it gets exposure for all of these young professionals coming out of college to the arts, and giving them opportunity to see what a career in the arts would look like, and then also just supporting Starlight's nonprofit and supporting the community.
Yeah, it's a great program, and, you know, it really does kind of, it's kind of a great support system of kind of the young friends, you know, kind of having great success in their careers right now, supporting the next generation.
Right, yeah. Exactly. And that's what I've always been passionate about too, is giving back and giving the opportunities that I've had in my career. Going through internship programs has been so impactful. And so the ability to get other interns involved and funding to Starlight has been really great experience.
Absolutely. Well, here's the big question. What are you going to wear?
That is a great question. So our committee has put together a Pinterest board, and there's a lot of ideas there. Definitely some big hair, a lot of hairspray, probably some leather will be involved.
Sure.
Yeah, so the glam rock thing, I think I'm definitely going to get really into it, and I know a lot of other people have already started planning out their costumes.
Well, I can't wait to see what you wear.
Thank you.
Can't wait to figure out what I'm going to wear.
I know, I can't wait to see what you wear.
Somebody's going to have to make me a wig. I don't know. I'm putting that out there. Well, thanks so much for sitting with me today and talking about this great event.
You bet.
I cannot wait for it.
I can't wait too. So May 3rd, mark your calendars from 8 to 11. It's going to be one of the best events of the year, and I can't wait. And thank you, Taylor, for interviewing me today.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Talkin with Taylor. After Hours at the Towers takes place Friday, May 3rd, right here at Starlight. For more information on membership to Young Friends of Starlight or to purchase tickets to After Hours at the Towers, visit kcstarlight.com. For more videos like this, follow us on social media at KC Starlight and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/KC Starlight.